So for number 3, this table shows the times in minutes it took 40 sixth grade students to run 1 mile. Draw a histogram for the information in the table. So we have our time here in minutes and our frequency here on the right side. So remember, when we're looking at histograms here, the y-axis, or the up and down piece here, is going to be the frequency. So how often we've measured this many students or whatnot. So on the last one for number 2, it was how many sharks that were measured in this length. So we have our frequency on the left side here. I'm going to put a little F just to remind us here. And then on the bottom, we're going to have our time in minutes. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to see, okay, for our frequency, we know that it's going to start off, our lowest number is going to be 1, which is going to be down here somewhere, and our highest number is 13. So how do we want to set this up? We could either go by ones all the way up to 13 if we wanted to, but what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go by 5s, and I'm going to say this is 5 here, 10, and 15. That way it covers our entire frequency here, and I can kind of just estimate in between these pieces here. So then for minutes here, we know that we're going from 4 minutes. The first one's 4 to 6, and the last one's 14 to 16. So again, I think I'll go ahead and I'll go by 2s this time, because this one here, each of our numbers is an even number. So we'll go ahead and go by 2s. 2. All right, so let's look in here. So our first piece of data, so we now have our histogram set up. We just now need to put in our little blocks in here. So first one's here, we got 4 to 6 minutes. So 4 to 6 minutes is going to be from here to here. Let's use a different color here. So 4 to 6 minutes is going to be from here to here. So the frequency there is 1. So what we have here is going to go up to 1, and there's our first piece of information. Now our next one is 6 to less than 8. So we go from here to here, and what's our frequency? It's 5. So we go all the way up to 5. And remember, this covers anywhere from 6 minutes to 8 minutes, so that's why we have our block that's this big here. Then the next one is 8 to less than 10 minutes, and that goes all the way up to 13. So 8 to 10 here, right here. And we're going up to 13, so that should go above 10, a little more than halfway to 15, and back down. Then 10 to less than 12, we have 12, so that's going to be right underneath 13 here. Then we have 12 to less than 14, which is going right here, which is going to be 7 students. So again, we're going to find right about where 7's at here, and down, and 14 to less than 16, and then there was 2 students, so it's going to be a little bit higher than 1 right there. So there we go. So there's our histogram for number 3.